Hey guys, so in this video I'll be going over my protective styling journey. If you don't know, I'm doing a protective styling journey for the whole year of 2020, but I wanted to document my halfway point to really give you guys some insight on if this is really working for length retention or not. Alright, so stay tuned for the progress pictures and the protective hairstyle tips and the protective hairstyles that I used along the way. If you don't know, a protective hairstyle by definition is any style that keeps the ends of your hair tucked away and minimizes manipulation. So basically, you're putting your hair up and away so you don't touch it, so you don't comb it, so you don't cause friction and breakage doing everyday hairstyles. And it's also protecting the ends of your hair because those are the driest, most fragile parts of our hair because they're the oldest parts of our hair. So that's why people really pay attention to the ends of the hair. So I've been protective styling for 6 months now. It is July, and right before I put this protective style in, I went ahead and did a length check, and these are the results of the length check. So I'm really happy with the results so far. It's really given me a lot of insight to just leaving your hair alone and putting your hair away for an extended amount of time. So I really cannot wait until the end of the year and when I get that silk press and I can really do my official length check. When I say I've been protective styling for 6 months, I had about 5 different protective hairstyles. I did not keep the same hairstyle in for more than 2 months. I think the average was about 4 to 6 weeks. One style might have been 8 weeks. I really try to keep it in at least for 6 weeks to kind of get that longevity. And in one of my videos, I mentioned stretching my wash days. So I used to wash my hair on a weekly basis. And because of protective styling and different growth hacks that I've been researching, I've come across stretching your wash days, basically not washing your hair every week or every other week, but going a month, maybe 2 months, maybe 6 months without washing your hair, and that way your hair can grow and retain length. So I'm kind of doing that just because I am protective styling, but I just want to make it clear I did not wear just one style for 6 months straight. So I'm going to give you some tips on what helped me along my journey while protective styling and give you some tips that can help you and things to think about before getting your protective style. I made sure that while those styles were in my hair, I was still conditioning my hair with a leave-in, moisturizing it with a spray bottle, and then oiling either my scalp or my ends. During protective styling for these last 6 months, I would have like a week or a week and a half break in between. And so I would always make sure I wash my hair, but I would always deep condition. You never want to forget deep conditioning, especially when you know you're going into a protective style and you can't necessarily condition your hair to the extent that you're used to conditioning it to. So deep conditioning really rejuvenates your hair from your last protective style, but then it also preps your hair for your next protective style. So you must remember to deep condition. Last thing is you want to make sure your protective style is not basically doing the opposite of what it's supposed to do. You want to make sure it's not causing damage. And the most likely way your protective style can cause you damage is it's too tight. Having hair that's too tight causes tension to your scalp, it causes breakage at the root, and it can cause soreness to your scalp, and none of that is good. So you want to make sure, yes, your protective style is cute, but you also want to make sure you're doing this in a healthy way. You're trying to retain the growth of your hair, and you can't necessarily do that if you're damaging your hair. So as you can see, the protective styles that I've had were crochets crochets with my hair cornrowed to the scalp. I've had cornrows going back, plaits in the back. I've had some plait hairstyles like I have now, box braids, and then I think that's it. Those are the styles that I've used personally, but oh, and from time to time I would throw on a wig. So when it comes to other protective styles you can do, you can wear wigs and weaves. Those are both protective styles as well. Oh, and then I forgot, you can protective style with weave, or you can protective style with your own hair. Just because you're protective styling doesn't mean you have to go get, you know, a certain style in your head. So I also did mini twists with my own hair, and that was one of my protective styles. So throughout protective styling, there's some things I did use, and then there's some things I want to begin to use for the next 6 months. So I went through a myriad of hair growth oils. I've used the canvas growth oil. I've used the wild hair growth oil. I have another growth oil, but oiling my scalp is something that I did do. So I was thinking, since I'm on this hair growth journey, I'm oiling my scalp in these styles, why not get a growth oil? I can't necessarily like pinpoint an oil to say if it helps, but it also won't hurt. So I bought the Main Choice growth oil that's been recommended to me. So while I have these box braids in, and I'm going to try to push these braids for 2 months, I'm going to use that growth oil on my scalp the entire time. I didn't use any growth supplements, but for the next 6 months of this journey, I am going to use biotin. And I do have some hair, skin, and nails like in my cabinet left over, so I'll use that as well. But I'm not going to go buy like any supplements that's, you know, for hair growth that cost like $40, $50. I'm not going to do that. I'm going to keep it simple and use biotin on a daily basis. Last thing, for the next 6 months of this journey, I want to do the inversion method each time I take out a protective style. So like I said, I take out a style and have like a week and a half break in between to give my hair rest and to do some different styles on my hair. So during that break, I'm going to start doing the inversion method. I did it once over the past 6 months, and I did a video on that, and I saw a nice, you know, amount of growth because it's just 7 days. So I'm going to take biotin, I'm going to use the Main Choice hair growth oil, and I'm going to do inversion methods in between each style along with protective styling, and that's going to be my challenge for the next 6 months. If y'all want to join this protective style journey with me, let me know in the comments below, and let me know how it goes for you at the end of the year. You always can feel free to check in, ask me what styles may work best, ask is this a protective style or not. So let me know down in the comments. Let's do this thing together and get some nice hair growth going into 2021.